And we are live. Hello, guys. What is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review of this week's episode of SmackDown Live, the January 23rd, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live, which took place in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the go-home show of SmackDown Live for the 2008 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. As far as the show went tonight, I'll give it and say SmackDown was a decent show tonight. It was better than last week for sure. Much more manageable to sit through than when last week was. Last week was just kind of bland. I mean, we got a new United States champion last week with Bobby Roode, but in general, it was just man. It was just a blast show last week. It just blurred through. Nothing really too exciting. So yeah, it was last week, but this week's I'll give it. It was better. Didn't really get me that much more hype for the Rumble pay-per-view, though. Unfortunately, it did not. Little sparks here and there, but it still wasn't, the most exciting pay-per-view build yet, I'd say, for the Royal Rumble. Lauren, you made it in the live chat. How was your day? Day wasn't too bad. Just dragged, a little tired, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it. How about yours? Hope it was the same. But yeah, today was a crazy day also for WWE as well. So first, before I get started, I already did my video addressing the situation with Enzo Amore of him being fired today because it wasn't just because of the sexual assault thing, but it was because he broke his moral clause in his contract as far as talking about. Stating that the fact that he had known the information about him being, on the subject of this case. So that's why he was fired. He was already on thin ice coming out most way with. So I already talked about that. If you want to hear my thoughts on that, go back and watch my my video on that. But I will address before I got on here, I watched the mixed match challenge match between Asuka and Miz taking on Big E and Carmella as expected. Asuka and Miz won, which match was all right. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't as good as last week's though, between Finn Balor and Sasha Banks taking on Nakamura and Natalya. But I quickly wanted to check out 205 Live just so I can see the announcement of what's going to happen with the Cruiserweight Championship. We got nothing. All we got was Daniel Bryan saying that next week there will be a new general manager being announced for SmackDown Live, and they'll take care of that. Just shows how much crap that show is, how crap that division is in general. So we'll have to wait until next week to find out there. And Lauren's got a lot of comments going, so let's do that. Lauren says, so happy SmackDown Live made up the go-home show for the Rumble tonight from the disastrous 20th anniversary show. Definitely. That RKO Nakamura, though. Oh, yes, that was a really sick Nakamura. Enzo getting fired. Naomi versus Liv was better than I expected. That match was all right. I'll give it to it again, but still, it wasn't really like a stun that lit the world on fire, but it was still all right for what it was. She said, my day was great. Got a long day tomorrow as well. Oh, yeah. Just chugging through the week as weeks go by, pretty much. And also, just for anybody who's watching this live now or watching this afterwards, I set up my 4 polls on Twitter, but I also asked, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble match as well? So I'll give you those results by the end of the video as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Get started by talking about the show. First off, we open up with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn making their way down to the ring, which I was happy to see Kevin Owens because there have been rumors that Kevin Owens suffered some minor injury at a recent house show recently, but with all the injury bug biting lately, I was getting a little concerned. But he showed up, he wrestled a little bit tonight. His match I wasn't too happy about, but we'll get to that later. Now they cut this promo talking about, of course, the usual thing. They're going to be become future co-champions. And Kevin Owens says, yep, movement is more than an affirmation. It's about persevering in the face of the tyranny of no matter what the odds are. And Shane McMahon, has, continued to put that vendetta on them, but it has backfired. And they're going to prove that AJ Styles, though, has by the end of the night that will have no chance of walking out of the Royal Rumble as champion. They're 2 of the greatest competitors on SmackDown. If they could overcome the odds of a handicap match, AJ has no chance because they did overcome the odds of a 3-on-2 handicap match a few weeks ago. Sammy says, Styles isn't the smartest, so he's going to spell it out. They're going to beat him, take his championship, and become the first ever co-champions. And then Styles comes out, and of course he starts calling him Cammy again. He asks, they heard him correctly, saying they're going to beat him, and suggests an alternative. Nope. Are they going to be co-champions? Nope. Are they going to hurt him? Nope. That annoying? Because they've been annoying him for months. Owens says he doesn't care because after they win, he's going to hear "yep" everywhere he goes, even in his dreams. And Styles says they're confident, and why shouldn't they be? They have the advantage, but they're facing someone who is phenomenal. As long as there's fight left in his body, he'll make sure they don't win. This isn't the Cammy show. This is a house that AJ Styles built. Of course, shout out to him because I wear my AJ Styles shirt. Owens admits that he is phenomenal, but above all else, he's predictable. And Sammy says Styles is going to come out here and do his macho tough guy act. Of course, they just start playing footage as well, going back to, Styles saying a few weeks ago that pretty much implying the handicap match. And then a week later, I'm saying thing about how, he'll take on them whenever they won, whatnot, blah, blah. Pretty much, in long story short, to set up the our main event tonight, as they challenged Styles to 2 matches, and they faced him individually tonight before it gets started. So Styles wasn't sure if he was going to accept it at first, but then out came Daniel Bryan. He said enough is enough, and Owens and Zayn are right about being 2 of the greatest stars ever stepped in the ring. They're also right about how difficult it is when a handicap matches, but he has faith in AJ Styles and asks him to stop, and then Styles asks him to stop advocating for him, as he doesn't know if he's in bed with these 2 dirtbags or not. But he says if they think they can beat him back to back, I want to find out. But he's not just going to beat them; he's going to hurt them tonight. So that's going to be our main event tonight. AJ Styles taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in 2 separate matches we're going to have. And let's think about the live chat. Let me see here. Lawrence says, can't wait for the Rumble. I hope it goes good. I'm just worried with not the strongest build. And thank goodness the Nia and Enzo love triangle is over. I'm sorry, I was not a fan of that. Nia should not be in love love story. Nia should not be in a love story. I just view her more as a monster rather than someone's being someone's love interest. Yes, I knew about Enzo. Knowing about the allegations. I wouldn't mind seeing Becky Lynch turn heel. It's just right now there's too many heels in the SmackDown in the women's division in general. So they're trying to view people face. I wouldn't mind seeing her turn heel. She's surprised Becky wasn't advertised for Raw 25 last night. Also, maybe. I mean, she hasn't played too big of a role yet on Raw. So I mean, I wasn't that surprised. I wasn't that disappointed she wasn't there. But yeah, interesting enough. But yeah. So thank you for your comments as well, Lauren. But let's continue on. So we had backstage Daniel Bryan running into Shane McMahon backstage, and Shane says he can't believe that Bryan put the champion in back-to-back matches, but Bryan says he wasn't going to do that because AJ doesn't need to prove anything to him. Shane goes to leave, and Bryan pulls him back and asks if he doubted AJ, and Shane said he actually doubted Bryan. For the move that he made there, which to me kind of made sense because why would Shane get upset with Daniel this time? Because we didn't know what Daniel was going to say, but AJ was the one who said, "Make the match, let's do it." He wanted to fight Daniel, and he wanted to fight Kevin and Sammy in 2 separate matches tonight, pretty much. So he made the call there, not Bryan. So I wasn't too upset there. But yeah, that's what happened there. We then had Chad Gable taking on Jey Uso in just a typical, tag team match with just one member of each tag team facing each other, just to hype it up for their coming match this Sunday, that 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown tag championships, which I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be an awesome match. And for the most part, I thought it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed this match between Gable and Jay. Again, this shows that I keep thinking that Chad Gable will have great singles potential once he is a singles competitor. I thought they were going to do that whenever Jason Jordan went over to Raw, but they put him with Shelton Benjamin. I cannot complain. It's been cool with it. Again, it's still weird how they just randomly turned him heel for no reason at all whatsoever. It just slowly happened. And last week they finally did their physical heel tactics attacking them. So I was, not too completely, against this. So I was fine with this match. It was a good match again between, a guy who definitely is going to be a singles competitor someday, someone who's not going to be in Jey Uso unless they want to turn the Usos, split the Usos up for some reason, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. But the match I thought wasn't too bad. Gable wins by pinfall with a Chaos Theory. It was kind of like a snap German suplex, somewhat the one that Hiro Tozawa used to do on 205 Live. So I was cool with it. Good match. I can't wait to see this 2 out of 3 tag match on Sunday. I'm not sure if any of these matches are going to be on the pre-show or not. They didn't specify at all. Lauren left in the live chat. That sucks. Maybe she'll come back. But yeah, we had that. And then we had Shinsuke Nakamura being interviewed backstage. And he says he says in the Rumble, if he sees someone, he's going to put his knee in their face. Next person, knee, face, knee, face. And up comes Baron Corbin and says that Shinsuke is all show and no go. But it's okay because the WWE Universe cares about him. But that doesn't pay his bills, so they can keep their opinion to themselves. And his resume speaks volumes. What has Nakamura done? Nakamura says it's not what he's done, but what he's going to do at the Rumble. And he wants to Rumble tonight. So just typing up for a singles match for Shinsuke Nakamura. A singles match. We haven't seen any of those in a while from Shinsuke Nakamura because he's been in how many tag matches? You can't get enough of those with Shinsuke Nakamura and tag matches with Orton, Corbin and whatnot. Just, a bunch of, those random crappy matches that we really don't, care about anymore. So a singles match, all right. Corbin and Nakamura had an okay feud last summer, but they never really, capitalized on what hoped would happen between them. And of course, that's when, Baron Corbin's momentum got cut off big time. But hopefully, I was hoping to see a good match between them later on tonight, which we did. We'll talk about that shortly as well. Nobody in the live chat, it's fine. So then we had another different singles match. It was Naomi and Liv Morgan. Match for the most part was all right, just an acceptable, decent women's singles match. It wasn't really anything too spectacular. Shows that Liv Morgan still has a little bit more to improve. Being up on the main roster, as I feel she may have been brought to the main roster a little too soon. She did get time in NXT. But then for a while, they weren't really doing much with her. So I felt that maybe she may have been able to use a little bit more time, but she did all right here, I'd say. During the match, though, they had Natalya come out, Lana came out, and Carmella. Eventually, Becky Lynch also came out. And then Naomi won the match in a slingshot Somerset flip on what's her face? Liv Morgan to get the victory. But afterwards, we had the Riot Squad attacking Naomi, and Becky Lynch came in there, made the save, and dumped them over the top. And just to remind how Battle Royal works, we had Natalya and Lana and Carmella come in. No Tamina tonight, though. I was kind of surprised to not see Tamina out there. Hopefully she's all right, even though I'm not the big Tamina fan. They came in there and they just started brawling. It was just, like a little bit of a preview for this women's Royal Rumble match. We did have Becky try to dump out on Naomi, which she kind of put her over the top rope, but Naomi didn't fall off. And she's like, okay, I see you now. I see what it is. And Becky's like, I'm sorry, it's every woman for herself. So then Charlotte came out, and she says friendships and alliances don't really matter when you're trying to win an opportunity to face the queen at WrestleMania. So good luck to all of them, but especially the winner. Whoa! Meaning, good luck to whoever wins this match, but whoever faces me at WrestleMania, it's not going to be an easy task. So just a little bit of hype for the Royal Rumble women's match this Sunday, which I'm looking forward to. Again, hoping it ends up being good for the first time. And of course, we had 18 confirmed entrants into the match. Let me see. I actually pulled on my phone how many entrants we have, who's all in the match, just to double check on the names as well. I know we know for sure Paige is not in the match. She's out with injury. Of course, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss aren't in it either. So yeah, let me just pull up the confirmed entrants really quick for this Royal Rumble match for the for the women. And I'll read off the men's also afterwards. That's the regular Royal Rumble match. Aha. Okay, so confirmed entrants, we have 18. Alicia Fox, Asuka, Bailey, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lana, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Mickey James, Naomi, Natalia, Nia Jax, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, Sonya Deville, and Tamina are all entrants in the Royal Rumble match. So for the women's Royal Rumble match. So again, like my top 3 picks, which I left in my Twitter polls, in my opinion, are Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey. Those are my top 3 picks to win the women's Royal Rumble match. I am hoping we do get, we're going to be getting a lot of surprises. Definitely a good amount of stars from NXT. I expect maybe seeing again, I do want to see Ronda Rousey appear in the Rumble. Maybe Shayna Baszler. I don't know. That might be too soon for her though. We could maybe see Ember Moon, the NXT Women's Champion. We can see the iconic duo Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. I expect to be there. They better be in this Rumble match. They won't put Kairi Sane in there. She's not too banged up. Who else I can think of? Nikki Cross, whatnot. I was really hoping last night at Raw 25 we would get a couple surprise entrants from like a couple legends want to be in there, because with it being the first time, somebody's got to somebody like legendary's got to be in this match though, because it's a very special moment I was hoping for. Lauren's back. She says, I'll be watching the Rumble. Oh, I'd hope you'd be watching the Rumble. Lauren gives SmackDown a 7 out of 10, way better than Raw 25. Oh, definitely. Where's the chat? I have no idea where the chat is. No, T and Couponer had to work tonight because I was chatting with him and my one friend's live stream for the Mixed Match Challenge. So sorry, but you're stuck with me, unfortunately, for tonight. Does not sound weird or anything, but yeah. So yeah, so that was the entrance for the women's Royal Rumble. Again, my pick is still Asuka, but again, if not, either Becky Lynch or Ronda Rousey. Yeah, I'll read the results after I finish this stream for that as well. Then we had Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura happen in a match that I thought was not too bad. Definitely one of the better matches after last summer's feud they had was kind of meh. It was all right, decent, but nothing really too spectacular last summer. This match wasn't too bad. It started off a tad bit slow. It picked up though a little bit later on towards the end, as well. Having some near fall finishes on each other as well. Nakamura at the end. Here was a surprise at the end. Of course, I know Lauren loved this, and I love this too. This was awesome. After Corbin went for the end of days, Nakamura reversed into a flying arm bar, but then Corbin got out of that, and Shinsuke get kicked out, hit a roundhouse kick to the head. He's getting fired up for the King Shotzi knee strike. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Randy Orton hit this sick-looking RKO on Nakamura as an RKO out of nowhere. It was awesome. I thought it was awesome. And then Orton also RKO'd Corbin just to give Orton. He RKO'd Corbin also just to give Orton some momentum going into, because he already mentioned too that he needs to start focusing on himself and winning the Royal Rumble match in general. So I thought it was pretty sick. Now I thought about at first I was thinking that maybe at first I wouldn't be too crazy about Orton winning, but if he faces Styles at WrestleMania, I guess I'd be okay with it. But he's not like my biggest favorite to win the Royal Rumble match. In my opinion, I still think you're gonna be Shinsuke. I wanted it to be Shinsuke Nakamura. People keep saying Daniel Bryan's a huge favorite to win the Rumble. I mean, I don't know how they're going to pull it off if he's not cleared to compete. And of course, I have a bad feeling they may go with Roman Reigns, who is not confirmed yet to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble match. But he's probably going to be a big surprise entrant because, yeah, you got surprise with Roman. But no, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to be, too excited about Roman. Here's the thing. If Roman wins the Elimination Chamber, I'll be okay with that. But he does not need to win the Rumble. I'm sorry. I don't want to see it. If you're going to do Roman and Brock, then have Roman qualify in the Elimination Chamber. Rather than the Rumble. Don't have Philadelphia be the place where Roman keeps, ruining the show pretty much, in my opinion. But yeah, a nice RKO out of nowhere. let me see here. Lauren saying, I'm not really a fan of these mixed match tag matches. They're all right to me. I'm worried that, that they're just going to end up being last week's between Balor, Sasha, and Shinsuke and Natalia, I thought was pretty good. I like that one. This week's was all right. Again, I just feel like, they need to be careful to not make these look like typical matches you could see on like Raw or SmackDown. So it's not really as spectacular as like, the Cruiserweight Classic or the what's it called? The Cruiserweight Classic or the Mae Young Classic. Those were awesome. Or even the United Kingdom tournament also was awesome too. But I think for what it is, it's all right. So what will happen at the Rumble on Sunday for the Cruiserweights? Honestly, I guess nothing, pretty much not going to have any match between them at all, unless they do some pointless, tag match on the pre-show or whatnot. I could see happening. Daniel Bryan no longer the SmackDown GM. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm assuming he still is. Ronda Rousey and Daniel Bryan are now the new favorites to win the Rumble. She's still sticking with Shinsuke and Asuka. I agree on Shinsuke and Asuka. I just don't know how they're going to pull off on Daniel Bryan winning this Rumble match. I just don't know what they're going to do if he's not cleared to compete. She also asked, any heel or babyface turns heading into Mania season? If so, who do you think? Jason Jordan, probably. I would rather see. I know you're tired of me here saying this, Lauren. I would rather see Orton as a heel. So maybe that, since he kind of started teasing something, like if he kind of went after Nakamura first night. If Nakamura wins the Rumble and him and Orton have like a feud, like leading into WrestleMania, just give Nakamura's momentum going, then I'm cool with that as well. If they want to turn Orton heel, have him face Styles at WrestleMania again, I'll be a little more accepting of Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble this year also than it was last year. Last year's, could have been more devolved in the storyline, but it ended up not working out. Let me see. Anybody else who I think should turn? Well, it's obvious. Probably Daniel Bryan would probably turn heel if they do continue to go with this storyline between him and Shane McMahon. Unless if for some reason they want to pull some trigger and split Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn up in the handicap match on Sunday. Maybe one of them two. I'm not sure if it's going to go that route or not, but maybe. I'm trying to think. Anything on Raw who would want to turn heel besides Jason Jordan? Obviously it'd be nice to turn Roman Reigns heel, but it's not going to happen. I guess we could say those few for the time being. Let me see here. Lauren thinks that since AJ lost, that he's definitely winning and retaining at the Rumble. Okay. She says Roman and New Day have now been announced to be in the Rumble. I knew about New Day and The Miz. I knew also, but I didn't know about I didn't say for sure on SmackDown if Roman was going to be in. But if you heard something, then all right. Then, do you watch Wags and Total Divas / Total Bellas? Sorry, I do not watch any of those. If you were on the creative team, what would you write? Well, probably, putting over some other stars better and not in a way to like shove other people down their throats and give them better writing. And more so, I would want to have them have just bullet points and not scripted promos also as well. But I would be an okay writer, but I'm actually a videographer, so I more work for behind the scenes. So I'd probably more so be the cameraman maybe. But I would think of a few ideas for on the writing team. But thank you for your questions, Lauren, as always. Continuing on with the review, we just had a recap of Raw 25. We already talked about that show quite enough from last night, so we're not going to go there again. And then the New Day make their entrance in. They come in, and Kofi says they mentioned how last night they were at Raw 25, and Kofi announced that they're going to make history because they're now saying that they're going to be in the Royal Rumble match. And Xavier Woods says, speaking of history, their partner tonight made history last night by being not one but two men to become your new United States champion. So Bobby Roode makes his glorious entrance with the United States Championship. Hopefully he has a good run with it. And then New Day, of course, was like kind of like lip dipping their lip singing his song, which I thought was quite epic because it reminded me of something like I'm listening to it. I just do the same thing pretty much. No heck, it's a pretty darn good song. Glorious, no, I will give in. I'm not the best singer, sorry. But Bobby makes his way in and he thanks New Day for the wonderful introduction, saying he couldn't think of a more fitting place than DC to debut as United States champion. His goal is to be the best U.S. champion in history and knows it's no easy task, but his reign as champion will be absolutely, he's about to say the word, but New Day's like stupendous, delicious, exuberant, and offered up more options as well. But he's like, no, it's going to be, and they all did it, glorious. And then Jinder Mahal makes his way down to the ring with only one of the Singh brothers, because the other one, I forgot which one it was, did suffer an ankle injury last week. And Rusev Day, happy Rusev Day, by the way, everybody. And also happy Pie Day also. Apparently today's National Pie Day. So if you like pie like me, hopefully you had a nice slice of pie day. I did not, unfortunately, but I will have a nice one on Sunday at my Rumble party because we're going to have Oreo cream pie from Eden Park. Sorry, I love Oreo cream pie. It's the best pie in the world. Hope my mom didn't hear me say that, but because her pies are good too. So then we had a 6-man tag match. It was Bobby Roode and Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, the New Day taking on Jinder Mahal and Rusev Day. Wasn't bad, but it felt like it was one of those short little matches to put the baby faces over. And I don't know. I'm worried that they're not going to go too far with Rusev Day, even though, again, I still not 100% for the whole Rusev Day gimmick, but it's getting Rusev over, and I want to see Rusev get a big push. So I guess I didn't quite like the fact that I think it was Aiden English who took the pin, but I think it was just a fun little match, with New Day and Bobby Roode as well. But I like also how Xavier Woods got the pin on Aiden English, hitting that grand non-Aniwa elbow drop from Xavier Woods onto Aiden English. So yeah, again, the match was, it was all right, but it would have been nice to see, Rusev Day not being treated like crap. Oh yeah, also that's right. Wasn't Rusev Day and the Ascension supposed to have a match tonight, as teased last week? Were they? I thought there was something happening with Breezango, the Ascension. If that's the case, once again, why did they lie about stuff involving the Fashion Police? I'm done with them. I'm done. Not getting my hopes up anymore. Lauren in the live chat. What did you think was the match of the night? She thought it was Jay and Chad. That was a good one, but I'll mention which one I think it was. The Usos and New Day need to split, honestly. I don't know if I would want to see the Usos split. It might be a little bit weird. The New Day, possibly down. I could see it happening as well. I'm wondering if they're going to do that soon. I was wondering when they were hosts last year at WrestleMania 33 if something was gonna happen there. And when New Day does split, who do you think should be the one to cause a split? I mean, quite frankly, I think it should be Big E. I'd like to see him go on a singles run as a heel. He'd be pretty good there. And she says, sorry, I left the chat early. I had to go to the bathroom. That's completely fine. She used to like Total Divas, not anymore. Total Bellas is whack. Wags could never get into that. Nope, never watched any of those. Who do you think is the prettiest diva now and back then? Who's the best looking? Good thing I'm single now, but who's the best looking one? Well, definitely Paige today. Back then. I don't know, maybe Sable, Trish, or Tori Wilson, maybe I'd say. Best looking male superstar now. I'm straight, so I don't really look at men like that, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer that one. She thinks the prettiest divas are Tori, Maria, Melina, Maurice, Eve, Stephanie, Nikki. Oh yeah, Nikki Bella is definitely up there as well, to my opinion. Trish, Lita, Lana, and Eva Marie. They're not too bad. Thank you for the questions, Lauren. Getting back to the review, we had our co-main event, if you want to say it was. It was 2 separate matches. with the with AJ Styles taking on both of his opponents in the handicap match this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. First match he had was against Kevin Owens, which wasn't really a fan of how they did this, because I mean, yes, I understand AJ Styles wants to say he wants to hurt whoever it was, and it's pretty obvious, the one that I think, if anyone's, has the most compass coming to him because of, who's a more aggressive heel, it's definitely Kevin Owens. But I didn't like how he just easily got Owens to tap out to the calf crusher like he did. I thought that was kind of weak, making Owens look really weak. I wasn't really a big fan of that. I was hoping maybe for like a roll-up victory on him, and then you could have maybe, try to put him in the calf crusher or something. But I wasn't a big fan of having Owens tapping out to the calf crusher that easily. It did, but before the match, I also forgot to mention this. Shane McMahon came out and said whoever is not wrestling, needs to leave ringside, because if you get involved in this match at all, you'll be fired, and you'll also be taken out of your spot, of course, at the Royal Rumble match. So anyways, we got but that happened. So again, I wasn't a big fan of that. But then for the Sami Zayn and AJ Styles match, we had Kevin Owens still at ringside, just being checked on by doctors. But of course, AJ Styles kept going back here and there, saying he's going to hurt Kevin Owens, and which he was trying to do. Now, I don't know they kept Owens' match short though because of his recent injury, but I still would have rather liked something a little bit better than just what they did with him. But Sami Zayn and AJ Styles was next, and right as soon as the match with Kevin ended and Styles had the calf crush on him, Sami came out of nowhere and started attacking Styles. Now, I'll give it to Sami also that I really thought this was Sami's best heel work, because until for a while I kept thinking Sami was just that heel that just followed the lead of Kevin Owens pretty much, and did like very little heel tactics besides just his trash talk on the mic. But he was very aggressive in this match against AJ Styles tonight. And honestly, I've seen them wrestle 3 times. They wrestled a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. They wrestled 2 years ago on, I think it was a Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania. It was that match where if Styles would have beaten, if Sami would have beaten AJ Styles, he would have been added, and the main event of Payback, which was Roman Reigns and AJ Styles, would have been a triple threat match for the championship. I thought they had a good match there. This match I thought was really good also. They had, again, it was Sami Zayn being a little bit more aggressive, of a Styles able to get in the offense in when he could, but he also kept going out at ringside, hurt Kevin Owens even more than he had. Which again, Kevin Owens is the one probably deserves more of his comeuppance than Sami Zayn does. Sami is just a heel, but he follows, Owens' lead for the most part, it seems like. But I thought that they just worked together very well. Lauren liked Jay and Chad, their match tonight. I thought that was a good match too, but I still thought this match my favorite. Sami Zayn and AJ Styles was awesome as well. A couple times, again, he would go out to attack Owens, but the second or third time he attacked him, he went back inside to the ring. This is right after he had shoved Owens off the stretcher. Styles got back into the ring, but then Sami hit him with a haluva kick when he came back, and then not just that, followed up with a Blue Thunder Bomb to get the victory, which is nice to see Sami get a victory with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Of course, he had to hit first the haluva kick into the Blue Thunder Bomb. I think that's a really nice looking move. Could be used for a really strong finisher for him. Rather than just a stunning move pretty much. But I think I liked how that happened. So Sami Zayn gets a nice pinfall victory over AJ Styles. Yeah, I think Sami's the one despite the fact that, I was expecting Styles to beat Owens, I think, Sami getting this victory gave Sami some more momentum. I think Sami still needs some more momentum going forward. Even though this heel turn has helped him tremendously, he still needs some momentum going forward, because he seems to be the one who always gets, fed up as bait whenever he's part of a tag team that loses. So I was glad to see Sami get that victory. And then we have Owens and Zayn celebrating together right over top of AJ's unconscious body pretty much. And that was the show pretty much. So let's go to the live chat. We got some more stuff from Lauren as always, which is awesome. Thank you. She thinks the prettiest divas are Tori, Maria, Melina, Maurice, Eve, Stephanie, Mickey, Nikki, Trish, Lita, Lana, and Eva Marie. And she thinks the best looking superstars are Orton. Of course, I could guess you saying that. John Cena, John Morrison, Edge, and Paul London. She also likes Ashley Mazzaro, Candice Michelle, and Carmella. The best WWE females. Her picks are Trish, Lita, Chyna, Melina, Mickey, Michelle, Maurice, Eve, Stephanie, Tori, Candice, Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, Paige, and Natty. Let me see here. AJ Lee, I would say is up there. Natty's been a great veteran wrestler as well, who's come up with her great victories as well. Charlotte, no doubt about it. Sasha, I'd say yes. I just wish she would have a better longer title reign. From the past, definitely, Trish Stratus probably the best. Lita, of course. Yes, I do agree about Chyna. Mickey James also probably one of the better women, like after the Lita and Trish era as well. Michelle McCool was great. Melina, Becky Lynch. I just wish they would give her more to do as well. The best males ever. She thinks John Cena, Randy Orton, Undertaker, Kane, HBK, Daniel Bryan, Y2J, Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, The Rock, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd say, let's see here. Definitely, John Cena, despite, what people say, he still has had his good moments. He still can be good. So I definitely think he's good. Randy Orton, definitely one of the best of all time. Undertaker, legend. Kane, all right, just in recent years. I just think that he has not been booked the best. Shawn Michaels, definitely. Daniel Bryan, my favorite of all time. I got to give it to him. Chris Jericho, definitely. Jeff Hardy, awesome. Seth Rollins, up and coming, I agree. The Rock, definitely the best of all time. Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got to give some credit to Ric Flair also, and Hulk Hogan as well. The Macho Man. And, of course, AJ Styles as well. He's closing me up to Shawn Michaels right now. Edge, Punk, AJ Lee, WrestleMania 35 location in New York for sure. If so, I would hopefully consider going. I mean, if some of my friends are able to go with me too. I just don't know if I want to go alone. But I would definitely love to go to WrestleMania 35 if it definitely is in New York. Am I going live on Sunday? I definitely will be going live on Sunday. Says, hey, it was nice chatting with you tonight. Gotta go to bed. Have to work at 8 a.m. Sweet dreams, my love. Thank you very much, Lauren. Hope you have a good day at work tomorrow and have good dreams as well. But yeah, thank you for always tuning in as always. So with that being said, I think I will, cut the live stream right here also. Before I go off the air as well, let's go on to Twitter and read my polls off here. So what grade would you give tonight's episode of SmackDown Live? We got 10 votes for that. 20% said A, 30% said B, 30% said C, and 20% said D. And then what show did you enjoy more this week? Raw 25 or SmackDown Live? 10 votes, 50% Raw, 50% said SmackDown Live. For those numbers, let me think here. I would say, as far as a grade, I would give SmackDown a C+. And as far as the show I enjoyed more this week, SmackDown Live, give that the edge over Raw. Raw's getting, despite being a disappointing, anniversary show, had some decent stuff in there. That's why I gave that show a C+. SmackDown Live, though, it was a decent show, but it felt like it was a little more bearable to sit through, so I give it a C+. So far, let's look at my polls for who will win the Royal Rumble matches. So for the men's, so I put my top three. Well, three people I think are high at odds apparently, because I knew people would probably pay attention to those. And then I had the other slots. So far, my picks are my top three I have right here that are going to win the Rumble, even though I don't think one is going to be in it. Who will win the men's Royal Rumble? And I said if you did not choose if you did not pick any of them, please say who you would choose for other. We had Shinsuke Nakamura at 13 votes so far. We have Shinsuke Nakamura get 23%. Nobody got selected Roman Reigns. 46% said Daniel Bryan, and 31% said other. And the only comment I have in the comments is SmackDown lady here says I'm going for my Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley winning the Rumble. I don't think that's going to happen, but I hope he has a good showing in there. It'd be nice to see that happen. But that's pick so far. Daniel Bryan's still the heavy favorite to win. So for who will win the women's 2018 Royal Rumble, same thing. But we had a couple people select other, but nobody left any comments, so I can't say who it was. But again, my three choices, or four choices besides other, were Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey. 45% said Asuka. Nobody said Becky Lynch. 27% said Ronda Rousey, and 28% said other. No other names in there, unfortunately, but oh well. But yeah, so those were my polls as well. That's what's going to happen there with the Rumble. So yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in for this live live review. And again, thank you, Lauren, as always, for your questions, and always good chatting with you. What grade would you give tonight's episode of SmackDown Live? Would you prefer join this week, Raw 25 or SmackDown Live? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to always click that like and subscribe. Regarding to the channel, follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. Tomorrow, of course, I'll have my day 3 video for the WWE 30-day challenge. I'll post that. I'll do my live review of NXT tomorrow, and probably tomorrow night or Thursday during the day, I will record and upload my top 10 topic show. And then I will go live this weekend for NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. On Saturday should be an awesome show. And on Sunday for the Royal Rumble, which I really hope knocks it out of the ballpark, hopefully, even though the build has not been the greatest. But yeah, so guys, thank you again for tuning in. And I'm checking out here with that being said. So until then, guys, have a great night. Peace out.